These are my best tips and strategies to make sure that food prepping is painless, simple, and you don't have to worry about getting bored. Been doing this for well over 20 years. I know all the tips, shouldn't say all, a large majority of tips that make things super easy for you just so you can get it. Food prep is one of those things that a lot of people stumble on, but I got you. We'll make it really simple. Check this out. We got one of the easiest and simplest tricks and tips that a lot of people forget about, and this is why. Having a list is the first tip, but you need to understand, like, this list has all the power in the world. Depending on whatever phase that you are in, having a list just makes things a lot simple. You do not want to go to a grocery store without a plan. If you don't have a plan, guess what happens? Failure, and nobody wants that. Shop at the grocery store that has things that are on sale that you would buy. I'm not saying go to 10 stores, 4 stores, 2 stores, but I'm just saying get the most bang for your buck. Tip number 2, seasonings are your friends. Seasonings can make one meal or one type of protein or one type of vegetable, whatever it may be, go a heck of a lot farther. If you are fixing like chicken or something like that, you can take 1 or maybe 5 or 6 of the chicken thighs or chicken breasts. I like the chicken thighs because they tend to be more tender. And bam, you can have 3 chicken tenders, breasts, whatever it's gonna be. Tastes like this, others taste like that, and then some others, you can throw in some everyday season, whatever you like. But that's how you get more life into your food. Don't be afraid of seasonings. Having it nice and hot right next door, we are looking at these different types of containers. Vernon, why do you have these different types of containers? Really, but the variety of these shapes and sizes makes it look more inviting, more appetizing. You know, when you watch all those videos on Instagram like I do, you see the people who have these really amazing looking dishes, but they have it inside of a mason jar, which looks really cool. So 1, it's a psychological trick. You don't feel like you're missing out on much. 2, people are coming to you asking you, what are you eating? Good way to make you look like a local healthy celebrity. But these type of things, having a variety of containers makes it easier for you, but also stops you from that kind of retinal fatigue of, oh, here's another blue lid container, here's another mason jar, here's blah, 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 blah. Use different containers, makes life easier. Don't make it more complicated when it needs to be. Jump on Amazon, head over to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, and you can find those really cheap. Quality standpoint, one of the big things that I've seen some of the members here and people in general have been talking about was Vernon. I've just noticed it takes me so long to do it. It doesn't need to take a long time to do your prep. A lot of proteins, in fact, almost all of them, depending on the temperature, and maybe you have some different cooking styles, or honestly the device, which I'm gonna get to in a second, but it takes about 20 minutes. 20 minutes for the protein, 5 minutes for the seasoning and prepping and thing, 5 or 10 minutes for the seasoning and prep. I'm big on setting a 1 hour timer, tongue-tied, to get everything seasoned, prepped, cooked, and put away, or cooled off and then put away. 1 hour max, or maybe 2 hours. It depends on you, but make it simple. Set a timer. If you're gonna be doing something you don't wanna do, you wanna get used to do, make it fun, make it entertaining. The timer helps. Pop it in your microwave, use your phone, but use the timer. My last big tip is this. Make sure that you don't go for this kind of and I'm not knocking anybody for this, but go for a more traditional way that works according to your lifestyle. I have a child. I know a lot of us have children, a lot of us have other responsibilities. You don't need to make it, I've got to grow my green beans and I've got to do this and harvest them. No, we're smart, we're evolved. Use shortcuts wherever possible. Lots of grocery stores sell chopped tricolor vegetables, tricolor peppers, onions. They sell just different things that you can use to make your prep even easier. Pop it in a microwave, steam it on the stove, which is gonna be healthier for you, but use the shortcuts where you can. If there's sometimes, well, Vernon, I gotta use a canned good, or Vernon, I have to use the microwave, it's okay. We're practicing every single day. It's better for you to eat something that's microwave, or maybe use something that might not be quite as fresh as you would have liked, and eat that versus either you skip a meal or you just make a decision that's gonna put on lots of guilt, and we don't need that. So you gotta make it sexy. Sexy Flexy is not just for your body, but it's in the kitchen too. Make it fun. Make sure we got it. Use containers. Don't be afraid of using different type of containers because it's going to create a different flow for you. You're going to wake up mentally, oh, this is something new and exciting. Try it. Sure, use seasonings. Seasonings are not, why am I struggling with that word? Seasonings are not a bad thing. Don't be afraid of them. I recommend lower sodium to salt-free options for you. Mrs. Dash is great, as well as a couple other varieties out there. Don't be afraid. Trader Joe's is also your friend. Make sure that you use ice packs. Ice packs make sure that you can open up a whole new variety of foods that can be cold for you, which if you're making wraps, great, perfect. That is what you want to do. Now you can have more options for you so you don't get bored. Use that list and use that timer. Don't be afraid of it. Use the internet. Find out where the best deals are going to be for you to find all these delicious foods that you can be making out there. They're literally one step away. If you have any questions, we're right here. We got